used to be a very babbly baby, very chatty baby, and that just all stopped. He became very quiet.
The things that seemed to fit with the fact that he would just block us out. He would just sit and not really notice that we were there.
Suddenly at 22 months, he started losing his vocabulary. Words that he had used, he just stopped using them.
Autism is a condition that can leave one child mildly impaired and another totally lost in a netherworld. It now affects about 1 in 500 children born each year. If you have one autistic child, the chances of having a second one are very high. 4 out of 5 of these children will be boys, and they will have a normal life expectancy. At the moment, there is no cure for autism.
I wouldn't wish an autistic child on anybody. Anybody. Bearing in mind that there are many autistic children who lead full and interesting lives and who don't cause the sort of problems a child like Patrick does. But Patrick's quality of life isn't as good as perhaps we'd hope for.
Patrick is 11 years old and attends Giant Steps, a special school for children with autism. The school is based on a Canadian model and offers one-on-one intensive therapies. It was established in 1995 by a group of parents, including Patrick's, who were desperate to find a progressive treatment for their children. Parents will often combine this therapeutic intervention with other treatments, such as special diets or medication to control behaviour.
Okay, now can I trust you to walk down there by yourself? Mummy, get up. Alexander. Mummy's going to come through today.
This is Jo Shepherd and her 2 children, Oliver and Alexander. Both boys have been diagnosed with autism.
Let's go. Come on. Oh, look, Oliver's come back.
Jo and her husband Nick moved to Sydney so their children could attend Stepping Stones, the preschool program of Giant Steps.
Oh, don't you start to it. Come on.
Stepping Stones provides individual support for each child in the form of an educator, also known as a shadow.
The bears go rolling 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The bears go rolling 3 by 3, the little one stops and rubs his knee, that's right.
Children with autism have trouble organising themselves, difficulty in processing sounds and learning the rules of communication.
Autism is a neurological disorder, and what it seems to do is affect the child's central nervous system. And in doing that, it really upsets their whole body and their whole being, and it also upsets the way that they process information. So it's upsetting their learning as well. So if you're looking for characteristics, I guess there's really 4 or 5 areas that are really affected, and one is definitely communication and language.
Choo-choo, Thomas. Alexander, join Thomas.
Children with autism have poor play skills, so they find that difficult to learn through play, which children without autism naturally do. Another one is relationships to peers or family, building up social relationships with people. They're very, very difficult achievements for people with autism. They react to sensory stimuli in their environment, and that is why they do strange things, or what we perceive to be strange things, like getting very, very overexcited when the fan's switched on, or watching a truck and not being able to take their eyes off it as it moves away. So they react to the environment and the stimuli in it all the time, which can be quite overwhelming for them.
Christian is 4 and recently diagnosed. He has just started at Stepping Stone's early intervention program. He has not yet begun to speak.
Christian is, what can I say about him? He looks like a real little man. He's a toddler, but he looks like a real little man. And it's very difficult to say what Christian's like because it's almost like we don't know a lot about Christian because of that. It's a barrier of types. And Christian is, we know what he likes, we know what he does during the day, but we don't know how he thinks. And I'm actually looking forward to the time where he is able to tell me what he's thinking.
3.
That'll give me more of an idea of his personality.
Christian has several traits typical to autism. He finds it difficult to make eye contact and therefore to engage with people.
Oh, Christian, dancing is finished.